We're from St Gabriel's College, the Church of England school in Lambeth.
We are taking part in the London Citizen Housing Campaign.
We went to visit our neighbours in London citizens to find out how housing is affecting their community and what their faith has to say about it.
Hello, we're from St Gabriel's College and we're part of the London Citizens team.
Today we're here at Corpus Christi Church and we're going to be interviewing Father Adrian about Catholic faith and housing.
There are a whole range of parables, such as the Good Samaritan, where the whole question is, who is my neighbour? And the people that you would expect to have reached out to help didn't. And yet the person who himself was a bit of an outsider, as he would have been thought of in the day, was the one who went out of his way to be able to help. So the parable of the Good Samaritan and many other stories like that, we can reflect on in the year of mercy to be able to think about how can we act? How can we think about the needs of those that society calls outsiders? How can we think about supporting people so that it's not just charity handouts as a way of trying, as some people might think, just to ease the problem and let it go away, but actually working alongside people so that they can help to reach an understanding and an answer to themselves. There are ways that in unity with all our fellow members of London citizens, again from a whole range of all faiths and none, we can work together to be able to help express the importance of homelessness as an issue. Because each and every member of our parish who's old enough to vote and registered has that capacity to be able to use their vote to make a difference.
I've got 2 young children under 10. I'm a single parent working in the NHS on a low income. And because of my no recourse to public funds, I've been subjected to rent in a private market, which is unaffordable for me. Because this is me giving my life to the community, helping people in my own little way. And what I've been made to do is leave the community which I have built with so many other people. I've lived in this community for over 8 years, and they're now telling me to leave this community and go farther to Hastings and get private accommodation there.
We're from St Gabriel's College and part of London Citizens.
Today we're here at Hyderi Islamic Centre in Streatham to talk to Sheikh Jafar about what Islam says about housing.
God has placed such emphasis on this issue, it should make us realize what's happening in the world today when there are people who are homeless, people who can't afford housing because the price has gone up too high, people who are fleeing from war zones and coming in to the country and again are in need of secure housing. So it makes us think broadly about the issue of housing and not just see it as a governmental issue, but for us as society, and that every one of us plays a role in that society. So if we're aware of it, it's at the forefront of our mind. In Islamic history, housing plays a huge central role. So, as you may know, the Muslims had a mass migration from the city of Mecca to the city of Medina in the early years of Islam's formation. The people in Mecca had lost everything because they had to flee, they had to leave. So they could only bring what they could carry and what they could put on horses, what they could put on camels. So as they get to the city of Medina, they have no housing, they have only what they can carry with them. And the people of Medina gave their own houses to the migrants who came from the other city of Mecca. So for example, if you lived in Medina and you came from Mecca, you would open your house and say, the house isn't mine, it's ours, it's 50-50. And an entire city in Medina did that to the people who migrated from Mecca, who essentially were homeless. So here the verses and the history plays a great centrality and emphasis on the importance of housing and how that is the cornerstone for human development.